Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the show. Um, I got a trade rumor for you. So, as you can see from the title, we're gonna be talking about NBA veteran Chris Paul and how his organization is willing to part with him. And for what, we're not sure. But all I can say is, from what I can ascertain, that OKC is willing to part with Chris Paul, the Houston player who got traded last year, and he led a very stellar performance. He led the team to the playoffs. He didn't quite advance to the finals, but he did deliver. A lot of people were doubting that he could deliver, considering he people were saying he was washed in Houston, and you know people also thought he wasn't very happy to be in OKC, which is understandable because without uh, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, what is OKC really? You know, except it's a team full of young players that have yet to develop into NBA stars. But apparently, he's willing to leave, and from what I can tell, his family actually still lives in Los Angeles, which is quite interesting considering the last game he played for the Los Angeles Clippers was around 4 years ago. So you know that is something. And he did play in Houston for all those years until he was moved to OKC recently. So, you know, I guess some LA teams will try to use that as a bargaining chip. A lot of people actually, there was something a few weeks ago about someone saying the Lakers should make an offer for him. They should trade players like Kyle Kuzma and Danny Green and maybe even J.R. Smith to acquire Chris Paul, and so they could lead a stronger title defense next season, which is expected to start soon. And I'll get to that soon. But yeah, the Lakers are a major interest for him. A lot of fans would like to see him team up with LeBron and AD, and just get him the ring that many feel like he deserves, that I feel he deserves, considering all the time he's been in the league, all the strain that these players put on themselves, and the very few that don't, see championship success. It's not good, and we'd like to see him do better. We'd like to see him get that ring, and me personally, I would like to see LeBron and Carmelo Anthony play one time, or at least Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony, and Derrick Rose get on a team, any team. It could be Chris Paul and Derrick Rose go to Portland, or they all leave their respective teams and go somewhere else, like Miami or Atlanta, or whoever's willing to pay that amount for all three of those players. And then, they could lead an offense. They could go and definitely take the conference finals, but whether they can go against the championship, go and win a championship remains to be seen. Um, Chris Paul himself has actually said that he's interested in going to another team. He's interested, not a specific team, but he's interested in going to places like Los Angeles or New York City. And as I said before, his family still lives there, so I think the Los Angeles Lakers would be in a good position to make an offer for him, considering where they are right now as champions, and Chris Paul has that championship potential, so they could use the fact that he still has residence in the city to, their benefit, and hopefully bring him onto the team. Or, he could just decide to go completely out of left field and go to New York. A lot of people expect him to go to the New York Knicks, but me personally, I feel the Brooklyn Nets would be more suited for him, considering they already have, all stars like Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and Karis LeVert, Spencer Dinwiddie. It would make perfect sense. That's a whole starting five right there. And, they could definitely lead the challenge against the Milwaukee Bucks and the Miami Heat. And I'm not 100% sure about them because, there's some trade rumors coming out of Miami, which I, discussed last week, and which I will be going over, I believe, in the next episode. But, yeah, that's what he said. That's what Chris Paul is saying. That's what OKC is saying. It's all just hearsay right now. It's all just rumors. But the trade deadline is approaching, and the NBA themselves have made a statement saying that December 22nd is when they're expecting the season to resume. When they're expecting the 2021 season to start. Actually, they're they're gonna do a 56 game season. That's what they're going to say, and a lot of players are gonna be having their salaries cut due to the ongoing pandemic, and with the lack of in-person attendance, the ticket sales have suffered, the merchandising sales have suffered to a degree, and it's just NBA has lost close to $1 billion since the restart. So they're definitely gonna be trying to recoup their losses, and try to entertain the fans as quick as they can, because in these uncertain times, I believe they're doing everything they can. They're doing what they think is best. But yeah, the 2020 and 2021 season, there's a whole lot in the air, because we're expecting Derrick Rose to possibly sign with the Lakers. We're expecting Giannis to maybe come to Miami, maybe go to Golden State. We're not sure. And there's talk of Victor Oladipo coming to the Miami Heat, or John Wall, or Bradley Beal. No, him coming down to Miami, and trading some of our guys. We could be losing Kelly Olynyk and Kendrick Nunn, or we could be trading away Tyler Hero. And those younger players are the core of our team right now. They're the developments, because we've seen their performance. We saw what Jimmy Butler was able to do with them, and losing them would be a serious blow to the team. But as I said, that remains to be seen what goes on. But I'm gonna stop stalling. This has been another episode of the show. NBA rumors have not been plentiful since the season has ended, so episodes aren't going to be as consistent as they used to be. But I do thank you all for being patient, and I will try to get on a more consistent upload schedule. And with that being said, I will see you all next time.